Hello my viewers, welcome back to the channel. I'm about to video title, you know what this video is about. Bold predictions for the Steelers in 2025. You know, I got inspired by this video. I was reading some of the articles of Steelers Depot, and it was on, they had a lot of different things on there. They was talking about the bold predictions and stuff for the season. I said, oh, I should do a video like that, bold predictions. So I got inspired by Steelers Depot for this video. I was like, let me do a version of my own, Steelers bold predictions. And I have some of you guys stuff in here too as well. So we're gonna get right into it. Start right at the back. Start off first, we got Aaron. You know, a member of the channel, so thank you for being a member of the channel. And also Aaron too, I might have it where the members can join my fantasy football league. I have a family and friends one, we all in too as well, so I might could join that one because I think we have like 16 people in there. So like, I think we got some spots available, like 4 or 5 spots. So you might could join if you want to join fantasy football. Aaron, just let me know down below in the comment section or one of the posts or something like that, and I'll get you in there and stuff once the season starts, which is in a few months. But Aaron said that. MVP candidate for Rodgers, basically, like that, saying that everybody's gonna be MVP candidate within the first 2-3 weeks and go on sports shows and talk shows, and people be kind of questioning and seeing and kind of hyping him up. And I could possibly see that happening because that's one of the things I had. I said I had Aaron Rodgers as a top 10 QB, one of my bold predictions for the whole season. So I think that could possibly happen if everything goes right. The Steelers go out there and block for Aaron Rodgers. They can run the ball well. We know he still has the arm and the talent to get it done, the veteran leadership. He has, of course, the experience and all that stuff to get it done out there and still deliver those throws. Like, it's one of the best thrower of football ever, probably him, Dan Marino, Mahomes. We've seen him probably, Matthew Stafford, we've seen the game before. So Rodgers still had that arm capability to go out there and get it done. Warren Moon too. Warren Moon could sling a football too. You ever see some of his old stuff? But yeah, but like probably one of the best throwers of football. So that's one thing he still has. His mobility kind of declined a little bit. And of course, he can't take as many hits as he used to be able to take and stuff as well. Because, you know, we've seen last year a few times with the Jets, he got banged up and getting sacked and stuff, and he was getting hit a few times against the Dolphins game. I remember one against the Texans a little bit, getting banged up a little bit, but he still got back up and still out there and made plays. So if we can keep him clean throughout the season, at least consistently, have a clean pocket for him, I think Aaron Rodgers should be able to go out there and make some magic and possibly be a top 10 quarterback throughout the season, because it definitely can be possible, especially with the defense Steelers have. So you might be getting short fields here and there, and you can bolster those stats up and get things done. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Also, the next thing I had on the list is what's the next one I'm gonna do? Let me do this one. The Steelers Depot one. The Steelers Depot one. I was seeing an article. They had one about Nick Herbig outplaying Alex Highsmith. Now I mentioned before on the channel, I said I feel like the Steelers at one point, before they made a trade for DK Metcalf, I said the Steelers might trade Alex Highsmith away because Nick Herbig, we have seen him improve the past 2 years. So I said like the Steelers having all this depth. Now they got Jack Sawyer as well. So Alex Highsmith is a good player, don't get me wrong, good player, but he does have an injury history sometimes, occasionally misses some games and stuff. So I wouldn't be surprised if Herbig went out there and performed, played well, and then Alex Highsmith ended up getting traded, especially if Jack Sawyer go out there and be a good depth piece too. You can kind of go younger a little bit, save some money for defense to put on the offensive side by using some of these young guys who are rookie deals and see what happens. But we'll see. But Herbig, if he get the opportunity, he possibly could, because he had some big plays last year. We've seen the forced fumble he had against Derrick Henry. We've seen some of the strip sacks he had before, the big time plays he made. Remember against the Bengals, the strip sack he had. He's a good player, so we know he has the capability of going out there and being a spark for the team. So hey, you never know. You never know what can happen. Moving on next. The next one I have is of course from Mark D, SteelerNation Australia, and also a member of the channel as well, like that. The host of SteelerNation Australia. I think he said he was sick for this week, so he said he's not gonna be back until next week. So hopefully you feel better. But we have him saying that Coach Tomlin would win coach of the year, and also Steelers go 14-3. I can definitely see that happening. That's actually not too far-fetched if the Steelers lock in, because we seen last year at one point the Steelers were 10-3, 10-3. We thought everybody thought they were going at least 13-4, maybe lose one to the Chiefs, because the Chiefs was going out there beating everybody. So maybe like go 13-4, get to the playoffs, be second seed in the playoffs, and see how things shape out. But for some reason, the Steelers collapsed and lost the last 4 games and went crazy. Lost the last 4 games after being 10-3. So we'll see exactly what happened. But the Steelers can stay consistent like they did last year for the first part before they got to that last 4-game stretch. Possibly can see that happening, because Coach Tomlin has led some good teams, some teams that have not been the best teams to the playoffs on good defenses. But, you know, the offense had been a little lackluster the past few years. I feel like this kind of like his year 2 of, him kind of like proving himself as well, because he went out there and advocated for Aaron Rodgers. He went out there and advocated to get some of these guys in. The DK Metcalf trade, DK Metcalf wanted to come here because the Coach Tomlin and stuff. So I feel like there's a lot of things that he advocated for, and he mentioned that he advocated for as well too. So I think that might be a big year for him too, of like saying, hey, I'm gonna go out there and prove that decisions I made right here are gonna work out. So I possibly can see that happening, him winning Coach of the Year. Whether it's 14-3 wins or 13-4, I don't know. I had the Steelers going 11-6. That's my prediction right there. But if we went 13-3, 13-4, or 14-3, I think that wouldn't be too crazy. But the Steelers always have them collapses. That's the only thing I might be thinking about, because last year you was 10-3, and they have a collapse at the end of the year. You should have finished that year at least with 13 wins, but having that collapse was just bad like that. So hopefully they stay good throughout the whole entire season, and we can see some magic happen. Who else we had on here? Oh yeah, Gene. He said that the Steelers would go 6-0 in the division. I can see that happening if the Ravens, if the Ravens, depending on how the Ravens look, really, because it's kind of difficult to go 6-0 in the AFC North. Because last year we went 3-3. We should have went at least 5-1 that division last year. The Ravens game we lost, they kind of got us in that one right there. But that Bengals game, we hurt ourselves many times. In that Browns game, we hurt ourselves a lot of times too. We had to lead that Browns game too at one point. At the end of the game, we allowed them to beat us. They came back with 3 minutes left. So the Steelers could have possibly at least been 5-1 in division last year. Went 3-3 in division. So the Browns, I have a sweeping the Browns this year anyway. I remember the schedule thing last time. I had the Browns getting swept by the Steelers this year. I had us beating the Bengals one game and losing one game to them like that. But I can see us beating them twice. The Ravens is the only concern about the 6-0, because it can happen. The Steelers went out there and handle business, but the Ravens and Steelers always seem to split games every year. I know that we swept them at one point in time. We was going good, but they were missing their star quarterback at one point. We beat Lamar, and in the second game they didn't have Lamar. Then we beat Lamar. In the second game they didn't have him like that, so they was kind of missing Lamar. But this time they had Lamar for both games. We beat them with Lamar, and then we lost to them with Lamar as well. So we have to see how things kind of shape out with that and stuff as well. But it'd be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what happens. But the 6-0 could be possible. Possible if the Steelers lock in throughout the entire time. But division games are always very tricky and always shaky, especially in the AFC North when you're playing against those top teams. Because the Browns don't scare me. The Bengals, their offense is scary. But I like our defense too. Our defense went out there and handled them last year. We see what happened. Those strip sacks and stuff. They had Jamar Chase. They had T. Higgins. They had all these guys. We still went out there and handled them and beat them in that game. I think it was at their home too as well. So their defense is definitely not scary. So I'm actually thinking the Steelers possibly could maybe sweep both of those teams if they locked in. But the Ravens one, I don't know about that one. So 6-0, we have to see. I also have one, of course, the Steelers winning the division. That's another one I had. Bold prediction. A lot of people have the Steelers being 3rd or 4th in the division. People keep putting the Bengals over us, even though the Bengals don't have a defense. I know our offense is not the best, but based off their defense compared to our offense, I think our offense is on a higher scale than what their defense is on their scale. Like that. So the Steelers could definitely get it done with that. Possibly. Maybe win the division, but 4-2. 4-2 in the division and win the division. That can possibly happen. You never know. What else I had on here? I had Rodgers, the top 10 quarterback. I think that's it. Yeah, basically all the ones I had on here too as well. Yeah, that's all the ones I had on here. So yeah, that's kind of my bold predictions for the year. We got Mark saying that Coach Tomlin win Coach of the Year, a 14-3 win season. We have Steelers Depot saying Nick Herbig outplays Alex Highsmith. We have Aaron saying that Aaron Rodgers will be an MVP candidate. We have Gene saying the Steelers go 6-0 in the division. And you have me saying Rodgers is the top 10 quarterback the entire season. And you also have me saying the Steelers win the division. So let me know down below what you guys' bold predictions are. If you didn't leave one earlier yesterday, let me know down below what you guys think. Some bold predictions, what you think about them. You think they're crazy, they're delusional or something. But it's bold predictions, so it's supposed to be something like that you think that everybody else might not agree with, but you might be thinking that in your heart you could possibly see it happening. So let me know down below what you guys think, and I'll see you guys probably tomorrow on the channel. If not tomorrow, probably Friday. But yeah, leave it down below. Hope you like this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.